religion. Look at Mahatma Gandhi, look at Sri Narendra Modi, look at, Queen Elizabeth. So we have women who have been into the leadership position, they've done such fantastic and phenomenal jobs all their life. And they are the true role models for us. So what makes you a great leader is not the gender. What makes you a great leader is the quality. And where does this quality come from? Is the right parenting, is the right environment in which you are born, in which you grow in your life, the value system, the beliefs that have been nurtured from your early childcare education that makes a long-term impact in how you deal with situations. How did we learn empathy in our life? I'm sure many of our parents might have, shown us there's a dog which is hurt on the road. Why don't we call a Blue Cross Society, and why don't we help the poor dog? Where do we learn decision making? Where do we learn all these traits which we are demonstrating today in our roles as a boss or as an employee, wherever we are working, or even as a student? We all learn how our upbringing has been. So I think a lot of responsibility lies in the parents' generation today, though today the generations have changed, the times have changed where the women have taken a step out of, they've started working, they have started to move out, in corporate because they want to have their own personal aspirations as well, professional aspirations. So, but balancing and giving the right parenting to the child is very, very important. So I think these are my 2 cents which I would like to say. All the youth also who is sitting here, I think Dipali also has rightly said that, you need to reach out more. Unless and until you're not going to speak up, the help is always there. You need to believe in yourself, and people are there to help you out with everything. Just believe in yourself and you're going to rock the world. And even few examples I would like to say, like Kreta, Malala, they are like role models. If they are not going to stand up for themselves, how are they going to make a difference? Thank you.
Thank you. You made a very good point on standing up for yourself. And I think that is the moot point here. It's a question of your choice. You should make it your choice. You should not do something out of pressure from others, not from peer pressure, not from parents' pressure, and not from the pressure of having to please society, first of all. That should not be, you should be able to do things out of your choice, and that's a very good point made. Now, can I invite some questions from the audience? You can direct it to any panel member or to the whole panel.
Guys, it's very important that if you have any questions, then you speak up. And don't hesitate, all the panel members are there to direct you to any kind of, because these all women and men that you can see on the panel are the leading men and the women in different industry. So probably you might have questions that can help build your career or in personal life as well. I guess those are the best people sitting up to help you with that. So I please request you to ask questions if you have any.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Manu Gulati, and I'm working as a mentor teacher in a Delhi government school. Recently, Delhi government has introduced entrepreneurship mindset curriculum for students from classes 9 to 12th in all Delhi government schools. Jasmin, you very rightly concluded by saying that when we talk about leadership role, or when we talk about entrepreneur role, it has nothing to do with the gender. Similar situation happens in school, like schools gives opportunities with the stereotypical notion कि लड़के हैं तो फुटबॉल बहुत अच्छा खेल लेंगे, लड़कियां हैं तो स्टिचिंग और ये वाले काम बहुत अच्छा कर लेंगी. But we recently tried many experiments, and we found that girls were doing phenomenally well in football and robotics, and boys were extremely well in home science classes. So I have a question to people who are from the business industry and entrepreneurial world, that currently we've already been started doing that entrepreneurial mindset curriculum. How, as a teacher or a mentor teacher, I can actually give more and more opportunities to my Delhi government school students outside the school. I need to take care of the safety and security of the children. I cannot just plan any visit to any place. So what are the different opportunities or the arenas where teachers can take the students so that they get a lot of industry experience in collaborating with the job market, that they actually think that they would be, that they aspire to, basically. So that's the question.
Sorry, I didn't get your name. Can you repeat?
My name is Manu Gulati.
Manu Gulati. Thank you, Manu, for this question. In fact, I very recently went to one of the events where I happened to have a detailed discussion with Mr. Manish Sisodia regarding this entrepreneurship program. And we have put across already an initiative where we want the government to collaborate even with the corporate houses. We can start with the mentorship program because this is very important. The kind of education, I'm sorry to say I come from the same industry, but then there's a need and there's a time to change a lot of things which are standard education, our curriculum teaches to the children. Like you said, you've already started teaching, engaging your boys into home classes and home science classes and engaging women into a different set of programs. So these are the changes which we definitely need to make at a grassroots level. So as far as the entrepreneurship is concerned, I think inviting corporate houses, getting into a private-public partnership, these are certain ways in which we can collaborate, and I think it can add a lot more value. Offering internship programs associating with the corporate houses, I think this is going to work wonders. If anybody else wants to.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Rashmi, and my question is very simple. You talked about value system. So as parents, it's our responsibility to nurture value system, and value system is a big question. But my question is how to push boys to learn cooking. I think that's the first thing. If they start learning cooking, they will definitely start respecting a lot of women in family and outside the family.
I would like to answer this question.
I know it may be this a very insane question, but then I'm telling you, this is the toughest thing.
It's not an insane question. So, no question is an insane question.
See, I, as a person, as a mother, I feel like if a boy knows, it's easy to say that empower girls, but it is difficult to empower boys. So if we have to empower them, we really need to first thing do with them is throw them in kitchen and say, cook.
So the correct answer is, if you want to hear from me, if I am the wife and someone is husband and you want to just stop cooking for them.
Okay, as sir said, Swiggy and Zomato is pain, is real pain.
I'm telling you, I'm coming on that point. So first thing is, I think I heard that if you want to see the good system to be, so you have to be in the system. So if you want to see the good things, first you have to be good. So like my example, if I would have one boy or girl, so I'm going to give them such kind of upbringing that you should first treat either a girl or boy in a similar manner. You should know how to cook, because if you will go for higher studies or something, all families are not capable to give you the hostel fee and all these things. So you should know how to cook. For my example, I'm living outside for around 12 years, and I'm cooking myself. I cook for my wife as well. So yesterday when I told her that I'm going to speak in an event for women empowerment, so she asked, can you prove it that you are going to speak or you have something? Yes, I can. So she asked me, how can you prove? So I asked her, so what should I do to prove this? She just asked, just cook for me. That's it. If you can cook for me, I can understand that you are going to speak for women empowerment. So for your point, current situation is very tough, but it's not impossible.
No,
I always ask my friends, even Suryansh is standing there, I asked him, can you cook something for your wife? Can you cook something for your bhabhi? So this is society. What is society? It's you and me.
Okay.
It's us. So if we want to see the good system, if you want to see that your husband is cooking for you, and if any wife see that my husband should cook for me, so first we have to start from zero. We have to teach our children, either a girl or boy, that we want to see the future like this, and we should give such kind of upbringings. But in current situation, it's tough, not impossible. I'm doing it in my home. I can say this. I cook for my wife.
I understand, sir.
Yeah.
It's not such a difficult thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Because-
difficult, but not impossible.
And one thing which you say, it's not about the boy not being interested in cooking. There could be a girl who's not interested in cooking. So it's equally important to tell the girl that it's okay not to cook.
No, I take cooking as a skill. I'm saying, telling
Yeah, if you
children.
say it's a life skill,
It's a life skill.
you can explain to
Yes.
them that it's a life skill and you
Okay.
should learn it. Just like you should teach your daughters driving.
I
Because
was
one
saying
of
this,
the
I
important
will
things
have
to
to
empowerment
really-
is being mobile. You
I'm
should
so sorry.
be.
I will have to cut you guys down
Thank
here
you,
because we're
thank
really
you.
pressed on time.
Thank you.
But I must tell you something. I am not interested in cooking. But in the other side, I really love art. So I would like to increase my other capabilities while my husband makes some good food for me at home. So I'm okay with that. It's definitely not gender biased. So if you think that men need to learn cooking as well, if they want to, let it be. If a woman doesn't want to, why you associate that we are cooking, then men, why don't they also learn cooking? You don't want to learn how to cook, fine. But basic food, like probably I can make Maggie for myself. I know how to light probably boil milk
See,
or how to light
my point is slightly different. I'm not saying that boys should know cooking and girls
We are
should know.
definitely going to have this conversation further in the break.
Yes, okay.
I'm going to get hold of you very soon.
I think the whole fight is about stereotyping and we should fight it. That's all. That's all. I think we don't have time, so...
So we are just going to close the panel discussion with Archana, my very dear friend from Sipla, her remark. She would also like to add on to that. And then the panel members will close the discussion here. Thank you.
So just giving my 2 cents, I think Neeraj just mentioned that anything which you want to bring or you want to see a change is, you set an example. You set an example and you'll see the kids follow it. So if you want your son or anyone, your daughter, play football or son, cook, it's like in house, it's not only your responsibility to cook. So if you're tired, if your son sees your husband cooking for you, probably he will not find it difficult to absorb that why I don't have to learn cooking. He will inculcate that, yes, I have to learn it to do for my wife or my sister. Right? So it's like setting an example. If you just preach, it doesn't happen. You have to set an example.
Stops being something that you do, it starts being who you are.
Yeah.
That's the change that we want it to be.
Thank you.
Choose somebody, you push somebody to do something will not get you there. It's the same thing that you're doing for women right now, which you want to move away from. Why would you do that to a boy? The idea is to let people be and allow them to do what they're. Pushing them to do something that they don't want will not teach them a life lesson on how to treat women better or how to treat them equally.
I think when equality will come is when it becomes a non-issue. It should become a non-issue in as far as parents and children are concerned. Yeah, I think we don't have time, so I think we have got a lot of valuable inputs from all our panel members that a leader, and forget about women or anyone, the leader should instill discipline, they should show dedication. So that is when the team learns from them. They should be patient and have a systematic and planned approach to things. And we can be more multitasking and better time management. These are some good inputs which we got from the panel members. And these are the takeaways for us. Let us not look at women bosses as something different, some special species. They are also people like all of us. And let us treat them as human too, that's all. Thank you very much, and thank you to all the panel members.
I would like Ms. Aparna Surabhi to please give a token of appreciation to our panel members. Appreciation